What's up guys, AnimeUpRise, how's it going? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about UnOrdinary with Seatactics. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Seatactics. I also go by Bento, because I have a second channel called Bento, but yes, glad to be here. It's always nice talking to AnimeUpRise, one of the best YouTubers ever of all time.
Totally, you're the best YouTuber. But anyways, UnOrdinary. So let's start with in order here. Let's go with the first impressions on UnOrdinary.
Oh man. There's a story. So like, I use this place called Manga Park, because believe it or not, it's actually a good way to find like manga that aren't really licensed anywhere. And so I used that, and there was this one. It was UnOrdinary, and I was like, UnOrdinary. Okay, that's weird. I read one chapter, and I was like, I'll maybe come back to this later. Came back to it later, and I just remember just like reading 20 chapters in one sitting, and I'm like, oh my lord, this is amazing. I love it.
I got a story too. When I first went into UnOrdinary, I found it through Webtoon because like that. When I first got Webtoon, I was like, you know what? Let's look through all these Webtoons, and I would just look through it, and one caught my eye, which was UnOrdinary, and that day. The funny thing is, I was in class, so
you're a good student.
the best student, and
the best student.
And I just started reading it, and I read all 80 chapters that were out at the time in that class.
Whoa! I knew it was short, but that short?
No, like the one thing is, it wasn't short. I'm just a really fast reader. I went through it fast. I was so excited to read this, and it was just the best story. And now, let's move on to the best character.
We got the best YouTuber. You're not only the best YouTuber, you're the best student, and UnOrdinary is the best story.
So many bests.
This is the best video.
Yeah. Top quality. That's what I do here on the AnimeUpRise channel. And next, let's talk about John, the psychotic main character.
Oh, I love John. I love John so much. Everybody hates him. There's this thing that Uru-chan, who's like the creator of Webtoons. She is definitely not.
She creates everything.
She creates it all. She's got so many ideas. It's crazy. You'll never see it coming. Yeah, she's the one who does UnOrdinary. She put out this art of like her staying in front of John while people are throwing like papers and stuff at him, and she's like taking it. And like I can't remember what Uru-chan says, but it was really funny. I love it. I love her sense of humor about it. And everybody hates John, like legitimately hates John as a character. And it confuses me a little bit because I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to hate him, like sure. But I guess it also like goes to show how good of a character John is, that people legitimately freaking hate this character because he's an asshole. Yeah. So I love John. I love his like how he's originally like this white meat baby face kind of guy who's like super. He's got like, you know, his dad's hair. And he's like a goober. Like he looks like a goober. And by like, I don't know, what is it, like chapter 50 or 60, you're like, something's going on here.
Yeah, I know.
He's like super evil.
Like you just saw as a facade start to crack, and I loved how it was all going downhill for him. I loved him breaking down, which just made me love his character at first, and then he just got worse and worse. But I still love his character for that, like him becoming a fucking psychopath, or returning to be a psychopath.
Yeah. And you see his backstory.
Oh my god.
His backstory is like one part tragic and another part just like, what are you doing, mate? You're a freaking psycho.
Like, I want to feel bad for you. Like, you got betrayed, but
it's really hard to feel bad for you, John. Like, if it wasn't for Serafina, I wouldn't be like on the fence about this. Like, I'd be One Direction all the way.
And the fact that he's lying to Serafina outright, who is actually a cripple now.
Yeah, she lost her powers, which is like, man, I can't wait to see how they do that.
That's why I'm excited for the new freaking season. It's gonna be awesome when we see them return.
I can't wait.
Oh my god.
That's another thing. is like these two main characters are just so good. You want to see more of them. Like I want to see Sarah. We see a glimpse of it at the end of season 1, where Seraphina's like, "That's John."
Yeah, that was like, I was like, "Yo, this can't end now," and then it ends. You know, it just.
Be back in November, you guys.
Like I actually, this was the only webtoon I ever fast passed. So like I was ahead of everyone, and I was like, "No."
we have to do this. Oh man,
I had to wait an extra couple weeks.
It's just so great, this whole story, because like not only do you have like John, who is like a freaking psychopath, like he is like crazy, but you have Seraphina, who is just so cool. It is so incredibly hard to not like Seraphina, and that's not because she's some cute webtoon girl, but she's legitimately awesome. She's chill, like you said. You're totally on the mark with that. But also, there's like Ison, Blyke, and Remy, who is like one of my favorite like supporting characters.
That trio, I love the little like superhero arc that went in there. Like I love seeing those characters. It was really fun seeing Seraphina try to get her revenge, her own little side plot.
I love how Blyke watched Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my god!
So that's how he he does all of his moves. He literally does the Kamehameha. Kamehameha. Listen, I am a massive Dragon Ball Z fan. I shouldn't have messed up there, but I did.
I was like, wait, this guy like faking Dragon Ball here or what?
I've played like so many Dragon Ball Z games, some you probably never heard of.
Oh really?
I own everything. Like I've seen it all except for Super, which is a disappointment.
Oh.
I'll talk about Super if people like the video and you want to do Super Dragon Ball Super.
Awesome. Anyways, back to the topic. Back to UnOrdinary.
Yeah.
But now there's one other character I want to talk about, which you probably already know it was going to come up, which is Arlo.
Aslo.
The Aslo.
I love Arlo. The great thing about John and Arlo is I love how they set him up as like John is this good guy and Arlo's the asshole. And then they swap, and you're like, wait,
who am I rooting for?
Hold on.
Something's not right.
Like, but it works because you think about it, like John is out of line. He's far out of line. He's not near the line at this point. He can't even see it. It's that far away. And then Arlo is like, you start to understand Arlo. He's just an asshole.
Yeah,
like he's not a bad person. He's just an asshole.
He's an asshole, and John's a psychotic asshole.
Like John is actually a bad person. Arlo is just doing his job, but he's got an attitude, and he's an asshole.
Yeah, like, like Arlo is like, I can't really say he's a good guy, but when you compare to John, he's the best person you could probably find.
Yeah, and I love his ability as well, which is like the barrier thing, and the more like it breaks, it like hurts him.
Yeah, it hurts him. It's a double-edged kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword to use that, which is really, really cool. Should we discuss actually John's power?
Oh yeah, John, aura manipulation.
Yeah, he can basically essentially copy everybody's power, but not only copy it, but double it.
Dude, his power is insane. It's OP as all hell.
Yeah, and this is a big part of John's character, actually, because even without his powers, I think Satsuki the Savage put it best in his video, where he talked about it, and he said that John without his powers is still a problem, which is totally true. We saw what he did to... Was it Remy?
Yeah.
When he just like... He was just blocking everything. He was just beating the crap out of everybody.
It's not just his powers. He has like he's good at martial arts too. He's stacked.
Yeah. And we've seen him throughout this whole series. Just like he can fight anyone. Like he will fight literally god tiers with his fists, with no powers.
Like he literally took down the whole royal system in Wellston. Like. Pretty much all of them at one time too. Like he one on my one and on everyone at the same time too. When they all versed him in the end.
Yeah.
Like Arlo, Remy, Blyke, freaking even Ison as well, which is not a royal, but pretty close.
Yeah, and he's also now has Cecile, who is like, you think she's not going to be important, just based like what does she do? She controls the news, but it's not just that. It's she controls the damn news.
She controls what gets out, man. Like if something bad happens to you, say when Arlo gets beat up, for example, by John, and then she let the news get out, or she had a reporter do it.
Yeah, and not only that, but everything passes through her. So now John has a source of information to do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, he can do it. Oh, and I want to talk about like the conversation between Remy and John before the fight, when he was being a really big hypocrite. Funny thing is, when I first read it, I kind of agreed with John the majority of the time, until Remy brought up that it was like, yeah, why didn't you save the people who were getting hurt? And that was like, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah, and I think that was the point of that whole scene, was like to have that blow off of like of John, like yes, like we all feel that we agree with John on this, but we didn't know as the viewer how far John took this and what he actually felt. When he actually said like all of that stuff, it made sense. But Remy was like, yeah, well, if that's the case, you had the power to make a change and you didn't. Which John was like, all right, you're dead, bitch. You're dead.
On the hit list.
You're next.
Now, after rereading the UnOrdinary webtoon, I kind of like John is just like insecure now after his like psychological torture scene with the authorities.
Yes.
Which is questionable to say the least in a high school kid, where they fucking psychologically ruin him. Like, yeah. He can't trust himself, which is why he doesn't save them. And with Serafina too, for example, when she gets beat up by Zeke or whatever.
Yeah, which actually talking about Serafina, it's a question I just want to propose in general is how's anyone going to be able to defeat John?
Oh my god. The only thing I can see happening is maybe Flame? Ember? There we go, Ember. Ember like disabling his powers, kind of like Serafina, and humbling John for a bit. Then like him somehow getting his powers back after that.
I think a part of it is definitely a humbling by Serafina. I think Serafina gets her power back and is like, all right, John, you've had too much fun.
That would be awesome to see Serafina kick his ass. That would be just...
That's what I want to see. Like that's that's the big thing that I want to see at the end of this series is like Serafina and John square off, and Serafina, it's like it's like a Dragon Ball Z Goku versus Frieza moment where it's just like here.
Yeah, like, oh my god. But like here's the problem though. How is she gonna get her powers back? Because the drug is still kind of in her system, and it's like it's not going away anytime soon. Like I think they have to they have to go further in the Ember plot to try to fix it, or Next Gen or whatever Ember is involved with. It's kind of leading into this stuff, and I think this is a theory, I'm not really sure, but with Serafina's older sister, she might be a part of that.
Right.
Like I think she might have a card to play in like how her ability got lost, and like she's within an organization. But
yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
I want to see how that plays out. But that's just predictions, though. Do I have anything else?
Same. Serafina's sister is an interesting thing. I wonder what's gonna happen when Serafina's sister like figures this all out. I wonder if that's how Serafina's probably gonna get her powers back.
Yeah, with Next Gen and like their technology and stuff like that. But that's probably the one way it's gonna happen. Or they break into Ember's place and get their syringes and like her amplifiers, which is actually could happen. The amplifier.
Yeah, the amplifier. Interesting.
I totally forgot about that until like a minute ago.
They're gonna get a bunch of amplifiers, and Remy's gonna take like 8 amplifiers, and then Remy's gonna beat everybody. New King Remy. I'm okay with this.
New King? You mean Queen Remy?
Oh, what about that? What if the girl that's friends with Serafina that teaches Serafina how to be like a cripple? What if she gets the amplifiers and she's
Dude.
like, "Listen, I'm tired. I'm tired of this. Y'all gotta behave, okay?"
Dude, that would be cool. I like that character generally. Like,
Yeah,
her
she's
friend.
cute. She's got all the swirly eye stuff.
And she's like the comic relief kind of friend. It's nice.
Yeah, she's probably gonna get her ass
Also-
kicked by John or something. John doesn't discriminate.
No,
As Satsuki the Savage would say as well. He does not discriminate. Doesn't matter. Kids, punches them, kills them. Women, doesn't care. Gender equality is like number
True
one. It's
gender
like
equality.
number one. True gender
I
equality.
yearn for true gender equality.
He doesn't. He's not. He's not like Cosmo with these drop kicks. He's like damn near killing these women.
Kicking them when they're down, fucking stomping on them. Anything's game.
John's ultimate move is just the curb stomp.
Yeah, one step further so they can't get up, which is fucking no. Especially the Remy and then the Royals too. Like, I like the Royal characters, even though they are kind of blinded. That's the best word I'm gonna say. They're blinded by the world. The society is the wrong thing.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is for sure is hearing about like the way society works in this world, because it's very much just like it just seems like the powerful get more powerful, much like the rich get richer. It's just whoever's the most powerful has the word, has the say.
Yeah, like, and when you look at the superhero arc with Remy, like, you see how the authorities just don't give a shit about like the low tier town or anything like that. They don't even send anything. There's not even a police station there. They're just to do it themselves. Like, nobody cares.
Which is, I wonder how that system came to be and how it all worked out. It's really interesting.
And honestly, I'm kind of like, when I think about this now, when I just said this, I'm kind of wondering, how is John's dad still alive?
Yeah, he has like no powers, which is
powers.
interesting.
And
None.
he wrote the UnOrdinary books, so you think you'd probably have some sort of punishment, but no, he's scot-free.
Not only that, he wrote them for his son as a way to cheer him up.
It's awesome, but like, he created a big problem.
He really did with that book. It's interesting. Like, I can see why the authorities don't want that book to be circulated, but at the same time, I think it's better if it's circulated, honestly, because for one, freedom of expression and art and speech as well. But I think that book, if it gets into more hands, I think more people, I think it would change society.
Yeah, it definitely would. It had this, like, even with the small changes, like, even with how the book was out for a little while, it still made a pretty big change with all the high tiers becoming superheroes.
Yeah.
It had a big splash. But
right.
Anything else to say on the matter, though?
No, I don't really have anything else to say other than Seraphine is great. I want her to be my friend.
She's a really good friend. Like even when John was lying to her and like about Arlo but the situation with Arlo, and when he's like, yeah, he beat me up and I couldn't do anything about it. He destroyed me with that kind of thing. And like even Seraphina just went up to Arlo and is like, yeah, when I get my powers back, I'm gonna destroy you. And she's an awesome friend. She backs up John. Then there's John lying to her every step of the way.
I want to know what that drink tastes like at that restaurant, because everybody's drinking it. It's like the most popular drink.
Wasn't it like the boba or whatever?
It's like the boba thing.
The bubble tea.
It's just it's such a funny thing. Like everybody drinks this drink. Everybody's like, oh, I heard about this drink. I heard it's pretty good.
I bet Seraphina started that, or John started that. Because like with Arlo and John.
I saw some art that Uru-chan had where somebody offered Evil John, like with his spiky anime hair, some double fudge cake, and he's like surprised. And I'm like, that's how you solve issues right there. That's how you make progress. That's all he wanted was the double fudge.
He just wanted the cake, man. You give him the cake, everything's solved. Want to save the hierarchy? Give him cake.
He's like Yui from K-On! He's just a moe blob on the inside. He just wants to release his inner moe blob.
And if he doesn't, well, you see what happens if he doesn't release it.
Yeah. If you don't give him his cake and tea, if you don't give him his goddamn Hokago tea time, He's gonna go ballistic.
He'll destroy your society.
He will literally destroy your society. You're so right.
Lesson take here, folks, is give John cake, and you'll be fine.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
And I think that wraps things up. So, if you guys want to check out Seatatics' channel or Bento, both of them, links in the description. He makes pretty quality content, if you ask me. And they're good to listen to, and it's really fun to watch. Even the editing's pretty good, too. Better than mine.
Wow.
I'm singing praises over here.
I do not agree with that, but go on.
But he talks about anime, too. He's an anime channel and Webtoon and whatever we do.
Yeah. On the Bito channel, I talk about, every Monday, I talk about Fate Grand Order, the absolute demonic Gilgamesh Fate. I talk about UnOrdinary Weekly now. Also just other Webtoons. Just put out a video with AnimeUpRise about Sweet Home.
Check that out too. Links will also be in the description for everything that's been mentioned in this video. And with that said, guys, check out his channel. Check out also my channel because I'm doing a conversation with my friends, and I need to win. I don't want to get the challenge game, the Batsu game. I don't want that, so subscribe to both of us.
Yeah.
And with that said, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you know how to get your uploads, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Done it.